Hello, welcome to Living with Annietude, live at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My phone is blowing up right now. My son is blowing me up. I have an amazing guest who's in the back office here waiting in backstage or whatever you call it. This is my second live of the day. We're using every ounce of energy I have, which is very, very apropos for our guest tonight, Jenn Russman. Here she is. Everyone, it's Jenn Russman. And I have to tell you that the reason that I fell in love with you is not because you're so amazing. Okay. I fell in love with you later because you're amazing. But I fell in love with you because we're like the only two people that, not the only two, but like we're two like of the top, I think, coolest names that we've made out of our own name. So this is Jennergy and I'm Annietude. And that's it's right, like baby. serious Annietude and Jennergy happening. Oh, yeah. And so that's, sort of how this started, this relationship, this love affair.
I thought it was my sparkly personality.
It was, but it started and I got excited because I'm like, oh, somebody else is like,
I know.
Also cool enough to make something out of their name, right?
Absolutely.
So, I mean, come on. So
I have so many nicknames. Why not throw in another?
I know, seriously. I have some that I won't say on air, but
I can't say some of mine on the air. Inappropriate.
So Annietude, as we know, is sort of a way of living with Annietude has become a way of life for me. Sort of being my most authentic self and helping other people uncover and find their most authentic selves. And it is very closely aligned with what you. Hold on, we have Jeremy Riffick. Hi, Jeremy.
Jeremy Riffick, I love that.
I love that. See, this is how you blow up my show because everybody is now popping on. Hi, Krista.
I love.
Everybody's saying hi. Hi, Maureen. Look, I'm
my friend's daughter is Gabbylicious. Like I have names for everybody.
Yeah, that's so funny. My daughter's Evilish. Evie, I call her Evilicious.
We were so meant to be friends.
I call her a lot of things, but so. We're very closely aligned, and
yes.
And I want you to kind of tell me and the people watching about what Jennergy vibes are.
Oh my God!
Ready, set, go.
We only have 30 minutes, right?
I know, it's true. Clock's ticking. Ready, set, go.
What are Jennergy vibes about? I mean, honestly, Annie, it's literally what you just said. It's about being okay with being you, and like it's all about like remembering who you are and what you came here to do in this life. That's really what it's about. And it's about doing it unapologetically.
So I'm just learning how to live this way, where I'm unapologetic about who I am and I show up and I bring my Annietude, and it has come off in the past a lot of times to others like that's what I was bringing, but now I'm really bringing it legitimately, and it's authentic, and it's not that I have ever been fake because I'm not a fake person, but I wasn't as comfortable as I am now in being me.
You're embodying it more, and it's showing.
It is
absolutely.
Oh, I'm excited.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm glad about. I want to show it not because I want to be the spotlight, but because I want to help others to step into that for themselves. And I know what it's like to not be able to.
Oh, tell me about it. And that's the beautiful thing about when we are finally like not dulling ourselves down, shrinking back down, hiding, avoiding, being invisible, it really, when we finally step out and shine our own light, we are giving other people permission to do the same.
Yes.
And we are able to map out the route that we took to get to where we are, because it's different for each of us. And that's why like you attract who you attract, I attract who I attract.
Right. And your eyes match your shirt perfectly. I was supposed to be the one with the blue eyes on this show. And
I didn't plan that.
And it's like, what? Like,
you know what I want to ask though? Do you do this? Because we're so in alignment. I just know, I have a feeling you're going to say yes. Do you, before you go live or go on like a Zoom call with somebody, like, do you brush your teeth?
Every time.
I do it every time. I was in there brushing my teeth. Like, I've got to freshen up. It just makes me feel fresh and wait.
Like you're going to a face-to-face meeting, but you're not.
Yes. Like, you're not going to smell my breath.
Not only that, before my lives on Tuesday, I'm going to be completely vulnerable here and share that I bleach my teeth. Before my lives on Tuesdays, I take 5 minutes and I bleach my teeth. So that's how important you are. You got like dental work.
I knew it. I was like, I am going to ask her this question live.
I love that question. I'm like, yeah, oh my God, I have my live in 5 minutes. Got to brush.
I know.
What like crazy people do that besides us? Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
High five.
So as you know, I'm in the midst of a lot of things going on in my life right now. I am. Hi, Jim. Jim's saying hi. Hi, Jim. He's such a big supporter. I love him. So I am moving. I just started this huge new endeavor with something new. And just have a lot going on, kids, Zoom school, and just kids in general, and just life. Moving is no fun, but it's a good move. But I have like, we're so aligned, and I think it's so cool how like we'll reach out to each other and just like give each other like a little boost sometimes. And I just wanted to thank you for that, because I think that it's so powerful to just get like a little, seriously, not to be funny, like a little Jennergy like vibe. I get it. I get like
the other day when I reached out, I was thinking of you, and this is a practice I've taken more seriously in the last couple of years of my life, because throughout my life, I swear to God, anytime, and this is the universe, this is energy right here. This is what Jennergy is all about. This is the energy piece. When I think of somebody, they pop in my head. Within 48 hours, I run into them. I get a phone call from them. I get an email. They message me on Facebook or, something, we connect, and they reach out to me. So the past couple of years, I've made the conscious effort to, when I think of somebody, to let them know I'm thinking of them.
I mean, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a gift, because I was like frantic, and I'm trying my damnedest to live in this center place of living with Annietude and what I preach, and I really want to practice what I preach. But God, it's a lot right now, So like just getting that from you, I was so genuinely touched and appreciative, and it was right when I needed it, and you just gave me like this little jolt, and I told you, I'm like, I needed it.
Universe. It really That's is. Just the universe using me to get to you.
Unbelievable. So people, I just think it's crazy, and this is true. This was not set up. We didn't talk about this. This is legit.
No.
And as soon as we met, I felt that instant, like sort of jolt and like electric thing, because you're so awesome. And
the lightning bolts in my name.
Yeah, right. Lightning bolts in your name. And I remember I was down the shore. I was kind of stressed out. The kids were running in the house, and we were talking. It just felt so natural to be with you. So that was really nice.
Yeah.
But can you tell me a little bit more about energy healing? Because I don't know a ton. I know what you've told me a little bit, but like I know some people texted me before the show and said, find out more.
Yeah. So there's all different versions of energy healing, right? But the bottom line is, when you really get into quantum physics and you look at the quantum field, and there's so much science behind it, like literally everything is energy. Like every single thing, down to your thoughts, every single individual thought, every word in your thought, every emotion you feel, every cell in your body is energy. Okay. Everything is its own energy center. Mm-hmm. Every piece of energy has its own frequency, and frequencies match each other. Right. Mm-hmm. So the energy healing that I do, I specialize in helping women to clear emotional blocks and release energetic attachments to trauma. What the heck does that mean? That basically means that when you're going through your life, and when you experience different traumas or painful events in your life, and you go through and feel and experience emotions intensely, and they don't get processed properly, they become like suppressed, right? And so they end up becoming trapped as these little like energy balls in our bodies. They're in the energy body and also the physical body. And what happens is they build up over time, and they can really become very disruptive in the physical body. So oftentimes, like the pains that are in our body, these trapped emotions are responsible or hindering the body's ability to heal from the pain or the injury. Down to emotional blocks and things like PTSD and different things like with trauma. So what I do is I actually connect to a person's energy. I connect to their subconscious. I have a conversation with their body, and I'm able to discern exactly what these emotional trappings are, these energetic trappings, and I'm able to discern what age they became trapped. And then I am able to release them on behalf of the other person. And I do it remotely. So like energy has no boundaries. So you can be down at the Jersey Shore and I could be up here in New York. Or, you know, my client Krista in California, I can be out in California and I'm here and I'm able to connect with her and perform the, you know, the energy healing that I do.
What you're saying, you have superpowers, like real ones.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Okay.
That's what you're saying.
No.
That's what you're saying. No, I mean, that's what I'm feeling like, not like you're saying that, but like it really feels like,
Right.
How did you know you had this ability? Like, how does that happen?
Okay. So here, the universe.
I think
happened.
you have superpowers, by the way.
The universe happened. I went through an intense surrender last fall. I was in the wrong field. I was in digital marketing. I was miserable. I'm not going to go any further there. And I had a surrender. And I was basically, since I was young, I felt this power inside of myself. I was aware of it. I don't know that I labeled it a power, but I felt something very, very, there was something in me that I just knew was there and I needed to do something with it. But I was afraid of it all of my life. I was terrified of it. And I was terrified to be visible because of trauma in my younger childhood that started at age 3. And so on a cellular, because there's cellular memory, we store trauma and memories on a cellular basis as well as an energetic basis. So when I woke up at 50 years old going, I've done all the work. I've done all the 12-step recovery. I've done the counseling. I've done tapping, like you name it. I've done it.
Yep.
Why am I still like this ball of weight in my core? Why am I still walking around with all the sadness? Why am I still triggered? Why am I still PTSDing? Like, why am I, why? And I discovered when I had my surrender last fall, I said, you know what? I'm done running. Whatever it is that you have for me or want for me, use me. However you know, whatever I'm here for, you lead me, I'm yours. Yes. And all I knew at the time was I was returning to my coaching roots because I have a background in coaching. And that was my zone of genius. And I'm a very powerful intuitive coach. And so I was going to go, that's what I thought. I didn't know it was going to turn into this whole energy circus that I'm
this is your path.
Yeah, because the universe knows better than we do.
It does. So you surrendered. So you turned it over, which is what I would call surrender. You turned it over and you just sort of said, I'm done. And then it came to you. It sort of just
to me. The first thing that came to me was I don't do a New Year's resolution every year. I choose a word. I'll choose a word for the year.
So weird. Me too. And we talked about that when we first met.
God, yes. So I choose a weird. Yeah, we did talk about this. So when I went through my surrender, I hear messages. That's part of my one of my superpowers. I hear messages. And I heard loud and clear, allow, like allowing. And it was like, oh my God, so I literally made a conscious choice to step out of the energy of resistance and trying to force something that's not meant for me and not working, and step into and embody the energy of allowing. So my word for 2020, ironically, was allow, which I had no idea what 2020 was going to bring, right? Like none of us did. And so the allowing piece, what it's taught me as I moved forward with the allowing and the energy of allowing, what I realized and what really cracked me open was, holy crap, in order to like truly, truly allow, I need to trust like 150%. And that was my breakthrough where I realized, like, I think so many people struggle with the idea of manifestation and law of attraction and the universal laws that are out there because we lack that trust.
Well, sure. I mean, look at the trauma and the things that we've been through and the ways that we've been taught certain things and the shame that's been put on us and all of those things that many, many, many of us suffer from. And you just naturally just don't trust. And to turn it over and to truly surrender, you have to give into that trust and believe.
And you know what? I had to trust myself. Like that was the piece. Like, yes, I need to trust the universe. And it was almost easier to trust the universe than I had to trust myself. Yeah. That was a huge piece of healing for me.
And that's a big, when it comes down to it, you can't really trust yourself until you figure out your self-worth, and you have to value yourself so much, right? And God, I didn't have any of that. This is all new for me, sort of this trusting myself to be the force that I am and allowing. Speaking of which, I need to say this, and anybody can check this to be fact. If you don't believe me, I'm not making this up. We talked about this one other time. But if you look back on I think it's my Instagram or my Facebook, if there's a dated time in December of 2019, I had one word that I wrote in my status, and it was allow. That was my word for 2020. So when we first connected, I was like, no, you didn't just say that. Like, my word was allow. I mean, I know it's not the craziest thing in the world, but it's pretty crazy. Pretty random.
But it is, because Annietude, Genergy, allow, brush teeth. Like, there are so many synchronous, like, we're so aligned.
We're so aligned. Teeth, totally. So we have a couple of people that want to say hi as we continue. So Michael says, I had to put on sunglasses to watch it. You're both so amazing.
The world.
Isn't he the best? Michelle, hi, good evening. Of course, you're wonderful. Mimi. She is energy healing. Her energy healing is life changing for sure. He was here. He said no. So allow. And what does that even really mean to you? What does that word mean to you? Because I think when I chose that as my word for 2020, and again, I've said this to other people that I've spoken to, and I'll attribute it to you. I didn't know either what 2020 was going to bring and what I needed to really allow. But, what did it even mean when I said it? I know that I knew that I needed to allow, but I wasn't sure how to do that.
Yeah. And, if looking back now, like right now, I can feel it in my solar plexus, like my power center. It means freedom.
Yeah.
Because pain, and I've said this forever, pain is in the resistance. The real pain is in the resistance. And we can ease our own pain by letting go of resistance and stepping into, like, allowing the surrender, and then allowing everything that comes from the surrender, because freedom lies in the surrender.
And it's so funny that of course you say that word, because I was talking to somebody about I was on with Summer Watson this morning. I had a pop-up live with Summer today, and we were talking about values. And when I go back to my values, I think authenticity. I think, I don't know if I even said the word freedom, but I've been thinking about it. It's been like looming that this is like where I've been trying to go for so long with everything, is to get to a place of freedom, to like take off the shackles that were like holding back, release that, and allow myself to be me. And I do think that that's one of my values, is freedom, because that's what I'm going for. And what, of course, it is what I'm freedom, what I'm going for. And what I'm aiming for, not only to help and heal others, but to help myself, is to reach this place of freedom. And I can't get there unless I go through this, not around it, and allow.
Yeah. And we don't get there alone. We don't get there alone. And, I want to say, like, I mean, is it any surprise? Because, like, freedom is my number one value. I value freedom above everything else. And the reason is because I've had to create freedom for myself from the trauma, from my sexual trauma in my childhood that went on for years. I had to create freedom from not being protected from that trauma. I had to create freedom from addiction. I was in the shackles of addiction. I was a prisoner to addiction. I had to find freedom from chronic illness that left me homesick and disabled for 7 years. And I've healed from that. And I no longer identify with even having MS. So it's like freedom. Like, when I look at everything, it's like, I've been a prisoner in so many facets of my life. And every single time, like, my thing is like, fall down 7 times, get up 8.
Yeah.
Fall down 7, get up 8. No matter what, keep getting up.
Keep getting up. You're exactly right. Michael says, freedom of self is the greatest freedom and the key to true freedom. In addition, it's the answer to working towards our true selves. I mean, I didn't realize what that meant. I remember seeing that on a values list when I was looking through like 100, values. And I was like, freedom, like, I don't know where that really sits with me. Yeah. And now it's like,
it's an overused term. A lot of people, especially in the online industry, freedom, it almost becomes taboo, like, not taboo, but,
overused and like,
overused,
but like, I mean, the interesting part is my favorite quote in the world has always been, since I'm in high school, was, if you want to be a slave, harbor your resentments. And when you think about those words, it's really truly being like shackled to your resentments and not being free, right?
Yeah, and we're responsible for that. We are 100% responsible for that garbage.
Yep. Yeah.
Absolutely. We are responsible for our own freedom for ourselves, from ourselves. I mean, there's a lot of freedom we have to achieve from ourselves.
It's a lot of work. It's work to
It
get
is.
there for sure.
It
But
is.
it's so rewarding, you know? And
Yeah.
I mean, I believe in being a work in progress. I'm not trying to reach this finish line, you know, like
Right. There's no
I'm
finish line.
going. This is the game that I'm in. I'm not practicing for a game, right? So like
No.
I'm a work in progress and I'm always trying to get better every single day.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because I'm sort of talking it out with you that I think that might be like my number one word that's resonating with me right now in my life is
Freedom.
getting to a place of freedom. Yeah.
I love that because that's my number one value.
It's
Because without my freedom, like I can't even imagine where I'd be. I don't even think I'd be here.
well,
I
none of
would have
the
been
other
in a nursing home if I didn't take my life back from the chronic illness. I would have been dead from the addiction if I didn't take my life back from
yep,
that. You
yep.
know what I mean? Like,
And
so
none of the other stuff can be in my
uh-uh.
life
No,
like none of the other it
no,
all falls to the wayside. Like all the
right,
authenticity in the world, you know,
right,
all of that stuff doesn't
right,
matter if
right,
you're not free.
right.
So we just had like an unbelievable session just now, me and you, like right here, because I've really come like
Yeah. I'll send you my bill.
thank you. Thank you. Send that to just, I'll Venmo you. But like what's interesting is, you know, when you move, which is what I'm doing, not that
Yeah.
anyone's heard about that recently. It's like, I'm sick of talking about it. I can't imagine what people, you know, are sick of hearing about it. But when you move, you really purge, or you should, and
Mm,
free yourself of so much
it's an
that's holding you
opportunity.
down.
Yes.
And that's where I'm just like I'm having like a moment because it's like really,
Your
really,
brain's
really,
jumping. Go ahead. That's okay. That's
it's
what I'm here
really
for.
like blowing my mind right
Yeah.
now. Like I'm just like,
Yeah.
wow,
It's
I
shedding.
just
It's a
figured
process
it.
of shedding. I
Yeah,
mean, when we move, huge shedding that happens.
yeah. It's
Like when
such
I
a
cut
big
my
deal.
hair off, that was shedding.
You were like ridding yourself of that, like the
Oh,
stuff
little
you
Jen woke
harbor.
up. I went through my sacred rebirth, and little Jen was like, "Oh, I'm here. I want to play. I'm free now. Like, we need to go short again. Cut your hair, and it needs to be purple." I kept hearing the word purple, and I'm like, "What?" Like,
Yeah, you're so purple
purple?
to me. Like when I think of you and I mean, look at your in the logo up in the top right. Top right, you
Yeah,
can see.
that was when it
Like,
was really purple when I first did it. This has purple in it, but the lighting you can't really tell.
well, I mean, like let's
It's
talk
all good
about
though.
getting a new selfie
Okay.
light or something. I don't know. No, but I love purple. I do.
Shedding.
I personally look at the like our names. I
I
personally
know.
identify with like a deep.
I know.
I
My
call it.
walls are purple. They look gray, but they're purple. They're like
Oh,
an earthy
I can
purple.
tell they have like a little tinge.
They're earthy
So
purple.
I just think that this is really incredible because this is what you do to people. I think this is like your effect on people is just having like a conversation. It's like your
People just
conversation.
naturally have breakthroughs when they talk to me. Is
Like
what you're
on live, like whatever this is, the streaming. I just had this
Well,
like my values and my view of my core
right,
values completely
right.
changed. And my
Yeah.
mind is blown. I don't know if other people feel like they need to
Yes.
know that.
Yeah. I
Like
mean, I'm not going to deny it. Like, and
they
it's
have.
not an ego thing at all. It's just something that it's my reality. Like, I am an empath, and that was something that I hadn't really, I didn't know until like probably a year ago.
Mhm.
I didn't have a word for it. I just knew that I was different. And I knew like, and I heard I'm so sensitive. I'm too
So
sensitive.
sensitive.
I'm
Stop
too
being so
emotional.
sensitive.
Like,
You're
we don't
so
even need to go down that rabbit hole, but like, and so, you're too this, you're too that, you're too this, you're
not
too
my
that.
mode.
And, yeah, the fear of being visible and, the trauma and like all the suppression. And, I mean, I was a freaking hot mess, my friend, like hot freaking mess. And it's no wonder I turned to alcohol and drugs.
Well, I
I mean,
understand. Let's just say
thank you.
every single thing that you said that you had to become free from,
Yes.
I'm along a similar path of being shackled by those things as well. So I
Yeah.
understand very, very deeply on the surface and very, very
Yeah.
deeply how they can affect you and what it feels like to have
Yeah.
them not be holding you back anymore. I
Yeah.
understand
Yeah.
it deeply. And
Because like
it's
mental health goes right along with that because I've struggled with mental health my entire freaking life.
yeah,
So like,
it's really
right. And so when I got into like the business lane, everybody was like, you gotta, I mean, I've narrowed down, I have my niche, but like, you've got to focus, you've got to, and I'm like, no, I just got to be me. I'm really good at
yeah.
being me. And me, I am passionate about so many different things. And I can umbrella all of that under my whole thing, which is we all have the power to heal. That's my
Yes.
thing. That's my jam.
Yes.
That's energy right there. We all have the power to heal. Each one of us has a powerful creator within us. We
and
just
I think
have
that
to tap into her.
So many people are missing that piece. They don't understand that they have the power to heal.
Right.
And if we could get that message out, I mean,
they don't know.
They
don't know. They don't know. I didn't know until I woke up one day and experienced a divine intervention that said, you're not going to live sick anymore. I was like, oh, I'm not? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. What am I going to do? I don't know how to heal. Like, you know? But
this
again,
is your path. I mean, this is where you're, don't you feel more so in your life? By the way, how do you get skin like that? That's like freckly skin where there's not a line on your face. I mean, like, it's honestly ridiculous. Like, I mean, looking at herself, but I mean,
anything in my nose.
Skin, oh my God. No, but your skin is ridiculous.
I'll share my secret with you, but only you. Everybody else, nobody else listen.
Tell me.
Coconut oil.
Sun.
Coconut
oil. Shh. Don't tell anyone.
Listen, stop buying expensive cleansers. Wash your face with coconut oil. It's an antibacterial. It'll cleanse your face and moisturize it.
It does. I love that idea. And I mean, look at your skin. You're like, like a 20-year-old. But anyway, the point of what
products I'm taking too, but we're not go there.
I've lost it. Now my ADHD has kicked in, and with you, like, we could talk about 16 different things at the same time.
I know, but I'm passionate about mental health. I'm passionate about healing chronic illness. I'm passionate about healing trauma. I'm passionate about energy healing. Like, I'm passionate about it all. Frequency healing. We need to do a whole other episode on frequency healing.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I want to do another episode on that. And also, they're all so interwoven. I mean, who's to say like they're separate things? They're
all the same.
So,
all healing
each other, and it's healing in general.
And like, what I'm all about.
I love it. I love it because I mean, my mission and purpose here is to heal others. And I know that I'm here to make that impact, and I know that that's why we're so closely aligned. And I know that we're on this frequency, we're going to talk about that on another show, this frequency,
but we're riding the same wave, my friend.
Yeah. It's really, really cool. It's really cool.
Really cool. A little salty, but it's really good.
I mean, you got to have a little Annietude, right? You got to have a little bit of sass in there.
Last time I was at Jersey Shore, the ocean kicked my ass. Let me tell you. Oh my God. My bathing suit, the bottoms fell down. Like when the wave crashed me, and every time I tried to get back up, I was pulling them up, and another wave would come and hit me. It was hilarious.
That is funny. I wish that was on.
Now I think the whole ADD thing is like contagious because now I'm off on.
It is. I gave it to you.
Losing my pants in the ocean.
At the end of our time together, we went by in like 5 minutes, but I want to just be able to give you the floor for a minute and say, like, if people want to find you, if they want to talk to you, what do they do?
Well, I am on LinkedIn, and it's, LinkedIn /powerful creator. Look for Jenn with the purple hair, like you see in the picture. I'm also on Facebook as Jenn Russman, same picture, purple hair. I have a website. It is powerfulcreatorwithjen.com. I also have an email, which is powertohealwithjen.com. And I just want to say, anybody who is looking to really, like, truly, honestly heal whole and live free from trauma, come talk to me, because I went through my own energetic clearing and experienced a full sacred rebirth, and I have a program for that. And I have an 8-session program called Full Sacred Rebirth that I'm launching, and it's incredible. The results my clients get, it's blowing my mind. I
need to do more shows, but listen, some more people said hi real quick. So Lachelle said, when you allow, there are no limits, labels, or boxes. Yep. Amen.
Absolutely.
Krista says that the coconut oil, the secret is out. So
it is.
Don't tell anyone.
We brush our teeth before we go live, and we use coconut oil.
They're important. Hi, how are you, Maureen? I love when people say hi. So I have this thing. I have this thing where I get a little anxious when comments come in because I don't want to interrupt you or our conversation, but I want people to feel like their comments are heard. So I have this like ongoing sort of.
Are you caretaking again, Annietude?
Yeah, I am. A little worried, making sure everybody's happy.
We love you. It's okay.
I just wanted to say, love you, girl.
Take a deep breath. It's okay. Like, we're good. It's good.
I have it tattooed on my body, breath. So maybe I should come back to it sometimes.
You wanna? We'll go together.
I have it.
Oh, you already have it?
I have it. No one tell my dad.
Semicolon.
I
That's
do.
my claim. Yeah. Do you
I
know the
love,
Semicolon Project?
yeah,
That's my claim to tattoos. I have a little tiny semicolon on my.
I love it. My best friend has that actually. I have breath in my writing on my hip that you can't see unless I'm scantily clad.
Oh, well.
So yeah, it's a little bit, you have to, it's hidden.
Next time you're at Jersey Shore, ring me up, baby. I'll come on down.
But the reason that I have that, Jen, is because no matter what is taken from me, my breath is still mine, and I have that. So I'll always have that. So
all right, I won't stay serious on that because that was beautiful. Oh, my brain is like gut with this. I know.
We have so much more to talk about, but our time is up. I love you, girl. It was so fun.
Thank you for having me on.
For being here and being my girl. And I look forward to more with you. Hang on. This is my outro. Ready? Bye.